Everybody is born with the keys. The keys to wisdom. The keys to discovering their purpose. The keys to becoming a leader. We were born to lead this earth. Sadly, most of us have lost sight of that knowledge. So many have died and never discovered their purpose. That is what I am afraid of for our generation, dying without knowing their purpose on earth. Dr. Myles Munroe was right when he said, graveyards are the richest places on this planet. I need you to think about this for a minute. I keep asking myself why. Why is the graveyard so worthy? Why is there so much treasure in the cemetery? I keep telling myself that everything is going to be alright, but is it? Buried in those cemeteries are dreams that never came true, ideas that never became reality, visions that were never revealed, books that were never written and we're never gonna read, songs that were never written. Buried in those cemeteries are great manufacturing ideas that never came true, businesses that were never created, technologies that were never discovered. In the cemetery, there are sermons that were never preached. Buried in the cemetery are great leaders. Most days I'm afraid that young people around the world are going to add to the treasure and worth of the cemeteries. What a sad thought. It makes me sad and angry that I keep telling myself that it's going to be alright, but it's not. I'm afraid for our future generations, because inside of you there are dreams that you are still carrying. It's not about you, it's about your potential being unleashed. You are still carrying ideas that God planted in your heart that the world needs. Before you die, the world needs to read your books. We need to listen to your songs. Your ideas are powerful enough to create new technology for the next generations. What makes me sad is how our culture has corrupted our mindset to tell us what we can and cannot do. The greatest tragedy is that we will never hear your song. Your ideas will never come to completion. If you haven't discovered your purpose, look deep and hard. Buried in you is your potential. What is potential? Potential is a hidden ability waiting to be discovered. Potential is your true self that you have yet to become. Potential is ideas that are still inside of you, ideas the world needs. Potential is how far you can go in life, but you haven't gone yet. Potential is all you can do, but you haven't done it yet. Potential is all you could be in life, but you haven't done it yet. To make sure you understand, potential is not what you've done. It's always what you could do for the world, for the people, for your country, but you haven't done it yet. This means when you accomplish something, there's another potential waiting for you to get started. Therefore, potential is everything that you haven't done that is still inside of you. So, you must discover your purpose before time passes by you. History has corrupted our minds, but we must break the curse of history and become free. You must become free. I am afraid of our leaders. Our leaders have become so corrupt. Our leaders are not hesitating to manipulate people. Our leaders are lacking knowledge. And the greatest enemy of men is lack of knowledge. We must become free. And the only key to freedom is knowledge. Young people, we must start working. We must start developing ideas for our generation. True leadership is about empowerment. True leadership is about doing great things for the people. What we do now determines our future. Therefore, do not reject knowledge. God says, "My people are destroyed from lack of knowledge." Because you have rejected knowledge, I also reject you. I also will ignore your children. Therefore, young people, the greatest enemy of man is not people. The greatest enemy of a man is not Satan. The greatest enemy of a man is not sickness. The greatest enemy of man is ignorance. Ignorance is the cause of all distractions around the world. Ignorance is the cause of all conflicts. Young people, you must not carry on this corruption. You must never reject knowledge, because knowledge is the key to freedom. But remember, not everything is true, because you can learn the wrong thing. Most of the problems that we have are the results of people who believes in the wrong knowledge. That's why Jesus said, the only thing that can set you free, it's not knowledge itself, but the knowledge of the truth. And this is why we still have problems with our leaders. It's dangerous to learn the wrong things to manipulate others. Some people are experts on wrong information. As a parent, you must become wise enough to know that your children have a purpose. But the tragedy is that you have rejected knowledge and learned nothing. And you have taught your children what you know. You teach your children false knowledge. You want to repeat history, a history that is wrong. And you want us to follow in your directions down the wrong path. We are living in a first world nations with third world leadership. All you know is what you have learned. You must learn your own truth. If I keep listening and practicing what you teach me, then I am as smart as you. And that is dangerous. Young people, you have to start educating yourself. You have to break the curse of history. You have to start reading books. Do not buy books and store them in your room just for decoration. Pick them up, dust them off, and dive into knowledge that fits in your hands. Read not to say you've read it. Anyone can buy hundreds of books and say they've read them all, but still ignorant. Read to learn, to understand, to question, and to spark curiosity within yourself. I want you to consider where you come from. You came from God's idea. Only God knows who you are. God has designed you in His glorious image, but society have told you that you can't do better than what you've been given. Reject those ideas. Society does not define you, nor does it have the right to tell you who you can and cannot be. You must never forget history, but rewrite history to not repeat the wrongdoings. We have been delivered from slavery, but our minds are still trapped. There are people who have done great things and showed us how to do it, but better. No matter how great you've done is, do not ever stop. The next generation depends on what you could do. There are more ideas inside of you that you haven't discovered. Do not die and bury your potential within you. Thank you for watching.